Hey, everybody, welcome to Ghostbox Live. My name is Greg Bach, and thank you very much for joining me tonight. This is experimental session, so that means that we're going to try to do something that maybe we haven't done before. It might work, it may not work, but that's the point of it, though, isn't it? That we're trying to do something that might be a little bit different, might be something that maybe we wanted to try before, maybe it hasn't worked. So let's see what happens, right? Very thirsty, my goodness. Where do we start? First of all, tonight we are going to attempt to connect with Benjamin Franklin. And that's going to be an interesting situation tonight because, we haven't done one of these in a while where we are actually connecting with someone famous from our past. But seeing that it was the 4th of July, that it was important that we we don't let that go without maybe trying to do something like that. And we didn't do our normal reaching out to loved ones or anything on Sunday, but I thought that this might work as well. Also, I think it goes without saying, but I'm going to just say it again anyway. That for those of you, the 4th of July, we had a pretty big tragedy again on our hands. And this is not a political thing just being said. I'm just going to point out, please, once again, as I always say, do not ask me to reach out to anybody who has been associated with that tragedy on Monday. Please don't ask me to reach out to anyone who, any of the victims or anything. I will not do it. It's not something that I will do. And that's not the purpose of this. But I do want to just say how, obviously you want everybody to find peace who have now had their lives so horribly and ruthlessly ended. Hopefully that they are able to find some peace, and also hoping that victims, uh, the victim's family and relatives are eventually able to get some sort of calmness at some point. It doesn't seem possible though, does it? So, like I said, tonight we are just going to be reaching out, very nonchalantly, I say, reaching out to Benjamin Franklin. We're going to try. As always, we don't know what we're going to get, but it's worth a try, right? So we're not going to be too worked up if nothing happens. Always something goes on here. A couple pieces of housekeeping we need to take care of real fast. I see some of you said that you've shared. Thank you so very much. Please, if anyone else could share this out, please, would love to share this and get it to as many people as possible if they're interested in seeing this. Tonight we're not reaching out to relatives. We are reaching out to Ben Franklin. If you are related to Ben Franklin, then you are in luck tonight. But I doubt any of you are. Well, maybe. I mean, who am I to say who you're related to? I really don't know. Let's see, where else are we got going on here? Also, as always, I always want to point out that I have a Patreon that I do. And, there's a number of you who I thank you so very much for taking part in it. Patreon starts as low as $2 a month. And I just really appreciate anyone who feels that they want to take part in it and want to support the work we do, because that support goes beyond just this, just what I do here. It goes into the radio show, goes into Living Paranormal. It goes to anything paranormal that I do. So if you consider doing so, I greatly appreciate it. For those who are on it, thank you very much. And these are the folks who are currently supporting me through Patreon. And I just want to be able to thank you all so very much money is tough. And it's that any of you are willing to put a little bit, or some cases a lot more than I would ever expect, towards what I'm doing. I'm very humbled by it. So thank you so very much. The obelisk just says immersion. I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to you in a second. Don't worry. So with that being said, and thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. because it every bit helps. And Pam being such a strong supporter of mine for so long now, thank you so very much. And everyone else's name I put up there, and those who aren't part of the Patreon who are supportive of me, thank you very much. That doesn't it goes well beyond just the money part of it. Though I'm not done talking about money yet. For those of you who are moved, especially on the nights we get your relatives in, and you want to do just a love donation, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And someone did that for me a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to check in to see if they're okay if I shared that. But if you feel moved to do so, a one-time donation, I feel like PBS sometimes when I do this. I mean, it would be very, very kind. And if not, folks, I just cannot stress enough. If you're not donating or anything, it's fine. I'm still pleased that you're here. So we have that. What else are we talking about here that we want to get through real fast? We have an event coming up this Friday and Saturday. I'll be with Christy Ayers in Kansas, and so on, and with Stephanie O'Reilly, who owns the McIntyre Villa. We're going to be there July 8th. The event starts at 7. Listen, it's Friday, but there's still time to get tickets, and it's absolutely going to be a knockout event. Okay, it's going to be really, really pretty incredible. It's a wonderful place. Good people, good energy, and also a lot of stuff. Last time I was there in an event, we saw Christy especially saw a shadow person with another member of the group. They all saw a shadow person. It was pretty incredible. I saw it too, but not the way that they saw it. I mean, it was pretty incredible. Then Saturday night, we're going to be at Holton at Hotel Josephine. And that is also, and I'm putting these links, I'm putting links all over the place. I'm putting these links in the chat. I know at this late stage that you may not be able to go. I mean, we've been talking about it. Times are tough. Totally get it. But that being said, if you're able to, how fantastic would that be? I mean, it's just a way to get away. There's still a couple days to make a decision, but really, we'd love to see you there. We would love to see all of you there if you can make it. It's tough, I know that. That's what we have going on. Anything else I can tell you about? We do have also, and I'm going to put more of this in another broadcast because I don't want to overwhelm people, but we do have Paranormal Dimensions and Supernatural class starting on July 18th with Shar, who I see on here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. I always feel like I'm inundating a lot of you with all of these things. And I know that the purpose of this is not to share out a bunch of links, it's to speak to spirit, but we have a lot of cool stuff going on. So I do want to share that. And as Christy says, please consider sharing out these events if you can't, even if you can't go, because doing so just gets our reach out there a little bit more. And that's something that, that means a lot also. And all of you support me in your own way. And, it's hey Kelly, thank you for joining. Kelly's from the UK. All this is super important. So where are we at now? We are at we have some stuff coming through the Ovilus. We have a word, we have stick, we have immersion, we have the flashlight, and it looks like the flashlight, well, I can't tell if the flashlight looks like it's actually on looking at the camera. We do have, of course, the REM pod. I don't know if Amanda's here, but all the lights work on it, Amanda. We have the bell, which is moving a little bit right now. I would not consider that to be anything other than me having moved earlier. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We have the ball out here. We have the Ovilus 43527. The Linus detector just went off. So we have, as always, a whole oh, good. I was worried. So that makes me feel good. All right. And yeah. That's all. You got 3 of the 4 letters right. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Shar actually is going to be on my radio show, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, because we're going to do one question readings. We're not doing one question readings. She's doing one question readings on my show. So definitely you want to be there for that. And also just a programming note, as they call it, because I'm going to be in Kansas starting tomorrow. I'm not going to be back for a few days. I really doubt that I will be doing Ghostbox Live on Sunday night. You never say never. Maybe there's a place that we can get in to do something, but honestly, I really can't imagine that happening. So I'll let you all know for sure Sunday. There won't be a radio show. So for my dear friends on the networks that we have a block of time for the afternoon for the show, I'm not going to be on. I don't have anything new for that. So but then I should be back Tuesday to do the show, the Ghostbox Live, this thing here. So let's see. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. And it's good to see everybody. Hope Oh, and that's right too. Are we allowed, Christy, are we allowed to say where we're going for July? Are we good to say that? I just didn't, that's what I kind of held off on. Let me know, because I can just even announce it tonight if you're fine with it. Okay. So I don't have art for it yet, but what I will say is that I do have that Christy and I are going to be doing uh, Living Paranormal, July 29th, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be at the Squirrel Cage jail, and we'll be doing it there, and it's going to be pretty incredible. It's going to be really cool. So we're really excited for it. Maybe there is uh, there who knows if there's anything else we can do with that, but I mean, just the fact we're going to be there. They've been very kind enough to let Christy in, and Christy is very kind enough to turn that in for Living Paranormal. So thank you, Christy, very much for working her sources and her friends to allow us in. And we're going to have a great time. It's a beautiful place. I've been there once, and that was for mainly a tour, but it was really cool. So we're going to be able to do that, and it's going to be crazy in a good way. I'm not sure if we'll have a lot of cameras set up because it's not a huge place. It really depends on what we all think it's going to be, but I at the very least, it's going to be a fun time. So I think we'll just looking forward to it. I'm going to do just a little bit of protection before we get started. I tried to set my intention to speak with Benjamin Franklin, just name dropping now. And I am hoping that he will communicate with us tonight. Here's something. Do you all realize that the term "a penny saved is a penny earned" is not a Benjamin Franklin quote? I thought it was, and it is not. Okay, so don't throw any penny saved, penny earned stuff at me tonight, because we're not having it. He never said it. That's a fact, though. I looked that up because I was going to use it actually. All right, real fast. And I've actually done protection earlier for something else I was doing, but I'm going to do it again for all those who want to take part. We're just going to start our intentions. Our intention tonight, we're not reaching out to our loved ones. That'll be a different night. Tonight we are going to want to reach out not only to Benjamin Franklin, but anyone who is part of the American Revolution. And the idea with that is that we want to celebrate July 4th. We want to celebrate our country. And the American Revolution has always been one of my absolute favorite moments of history, just for so many reasons. So tonight, Benjamin Franklin, we're asking, and I'm asking, if there is any way that if I may hear your voice, if you may join us tonight and talk with us. I'll go through ways that you can communicate with us, but please consider talking with us. We mean the utmost respect. We're not here to exploit you. We're here to celebrate uh, your life, your accomplishments, so many accomplishments that has put our country on track, that we want to just celebrate that. And so our intention starts here. This is where you bring in all of your loved ones and spirit guides and everyone else who wants to help you. And what we're trying to do, we have our intention out there of who we want to speak to, but we also want to make sure that we don't have any other spirits coming through that are nasty or whatever else. So you want to protect yourself. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have a white light that emanates from your center, and it's going to grow and it's going to grow and it's going to grow. And this is what protects us. This is our light of protection. And it will just grow and completely shield us. And then what I like to do, maybe you like to do as well, is just push that light and that shield all around, because doing so might be a great way to protect other people in the house, right? So we have that. I'm just checking on some other stuff here real fast. Over on my personal profile page, even though I think Greg changed, it's good to see you, Greg. Amber, Kimberly, thank you very much for joining. Let's see. Let's now. Jill, do you do this at the same time? You watch on two screens at the same time? Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds great. And absolutely, Bruce. I mean, that's just it. I mean, it's like, where do you start? I really want to connect with him so that he can talk to us. Let's get going. I'm going to start up the. I'm going to start up the secondary audio. That this is what I upload to the Patreon page. Ben Franklin Spirit Box session. This is July 6th, 10:22 p.m. So we put that there. We're going to use the SB7 as we normally do. Did you all enjoy Austin on last week when I had him on? I know a lot of you are saying that you thought that that you didn't hear his Robobox, and I get that. But at the same time, I really feel a big part of that was simply because when we use the SB7, it sounds different through Facebook than it does in person. And I'd like to think that that might have been the case with that. And I know a lot of you didn't hear anything that comes through, but it's a pretty incredible box. And I bet that if you were able to hear it in person, I think you would have been much more like impressed with the stuff that was being said. So yeah. So with that, let's go and see if we have anything going on over here at all. Good, Jill. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. He's a very good guy, isn't he? Very nice. Let's see here. Bell's not moving. Nothing's going off. Before, it looked like the flashlight might have been on. It doesn't look like it's on at all. Once again, the obelisk says stick and immersion. Okay, stick and immersion. We have the ball. You know what I was looking for, and I could not find anywhere. I was looking for a key, just as a trigger option, a simple key, and I could not find a key in this house at all. Everything I used to get in any place or whatever else was just it was just like punch codes and stuff like that. So I was hoping that we would have been able to do that, have as a trigger object, even though the key that I would have had, like a standard key, whatever, would not look like what he had, but E for effort, I guess. So let's see what we have to do here. Let's turn it on. Every time I turn this on is a crapshoot in terms of how loud it's going to be or whatever. So let's see what happens. Last time I used this was for a private session. Is that too loud? Turn it down just a little bit.
Leo?
All right, let's do this. All right, let's turn it up just a little bit more. Mr. Benjamin Franklin, I am hoping that we may have the honor of you joining us tonight for a discussion. Can you come through to us, please?
Somebody for money.
Mr. Franklin, sir, one of the things that you had said was haste makes waste. Thank you for being a founding father. Thank you for everything that you have done to help build this country. Many of us are thankful for the invention of bifocals. Are we able to hear anything from you tonight, sir? Well, that's cool. Of course, I didn't hear it. Also, Mr. Franklin, would you like to discuss or talk to us anyway over here by making anything go off over here? And how you do that is like this. This is me, folks. You come over here, you turn that on. You can make anything else go off by just going near it, okay, sir? Pretty cool, huh? Mr. Franklin, Mr. Benjamin Franklin, how difficult was it to stay safe during the American Revolution? Benjamin Franklin, You were a writer, a scientist, an inventor, a statesman, a diplomat, a printer, a publisher, a political philosopher. You're a founding father. What were you most proud of? When you were alive, when you were living, were you interested in the studies of paranormal? And I see Robin on here. Robin with an I, not a Y. Ben show up yet? He's my favorite founding father. We believe he did. We believe that he said, "You're welcome," to when I said, "Thank you for being a founding father." And then the other Robin, not that there's anything other about you. You want me to mail a key? We can make this happen. Well, we could do a spirit box session when there's lightning out, and we can go fly a kite, I guess. I think Christy would be up for that. Benjamin Franklin, do you realize the importance and impact on how far the post office now reaches? I thought I heard "I wonder." I thought I heard a man said, "I wonder." Anyone else hear that? Joshua says, "I find yes, no easier for them than long questions." Thank you, Joshua. But I also find that if we have the opportunity to get multiple words, which I often do, I think we'll be fine with that. Benjamin Franklin, did you believe in the afterlife? Or was that answer of "I wonder" to my earlier question about paranormal studies? Did you believe in the afterlife? Mr. Franklin, are you interested in speaking with us tonight? We're not getting a lot, but it's also because we focused on Benjamin Franklin, which I think that that's a good sign. Would Ben Franklin say "you bet"? I feel like he'd also give you one of those when he says that. "You bet." Let's see. going back to some of the other questions I had here. Give me a second. Mr. Franklin, did you like going to France? So it sounds like, I know that you like going to France, but what about working with Thomas Jefferson in France? Is that my name? Almost sounded like you said that was shit. But I thought I heard my name, actually. Now, I hear Robin says that she heard friend. Joshua says he keeps hearing a background conversation between a male and female. Thanks. I kind of have to ask the question. So maybe it wasn't Greg, it was great. Yep, I heard help as well. Is your wife with us, Mr. Franklin? Is she listening in as well, taking part? What do you think? How do you think our country is being run now? Do you believe that the principles of the country, as you laid down with the other founding fathers, did something go off over here? Do you think the principle of the country that was laid down by you and the other founding fathers, do you think that holds true today? From what you can see, are you happy with the progression of the United States? Feel free, if it's easier to turn something on over here, with your energy, to move your energy around over here, turn some stuff on. If you prefer to speak with us that way, which would mean you're in my house, which would be pretty cool. Is that what the closed captioning says, Christy? We pray? And was that around, would that be around the time asking about what do you think of the country? Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Christy. And thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that too. You know, it's odd because I heard yes and no. We saw something turn on. Can you turn something on again for me, please? Over here, Mr. Franklin. In case you need a reminder. Mr. Franklin, this photo that this painting that I'm pointing to, did you like this painting? Did you think that was a good likeness of you? Benjamin Franklin, which do you prefer, this or this? You tell me. God, that never gets old, does it? Never, ever gets old. I killed it. I killed the box. Very good. We all like a good joke, don't we, Benjamin Franklin? We all like to have those moments of fun, don't we? Do you know that your picture graces our $100 bill? That voice that came through, to me, that's him. I don't know why. I have nothing that bases that on. There's our friend Bruce that had that question. Impressed me if I had a couple of those. And just to be sure, when you said that, you didn't mean this, right? You know, you hear that, and I'm sorry if he said that. I think that's such a sweet response. I don't know why. That just really touches me. And Greg says that he heard, yes, that's me. He's coming through, folks. I don't care what anyone says. He's coming through. I'm hearing stuff that just is resonating suddenly. He came through. Did you hear that? It sounded to me like he came through. It's her. I just was thinking in my mind if his wife was here. Right. I'm just looking through comments, folks. You know, as someone else pointed out on here, Mr. Franklin, what I'm doing is a scientific experiment, something that you would have been very interested in. And so you're taking part in a scientific experiment with us. Do you like that? sorry, Annette. Benjamin Franklin wasn't a president. I'm in my house. He was born here. No, I'm just kidding. But we don't believe we have to be nearby where they existed to be able to get them. And that's the experimental part of this. Right? Annette, you're not dumb. Stop it. You just didn't know. Mr. Franklin, is time relative to you? Someone said you are not. It's interesting because as a philosopher and intellectual, I have to think he did. I don't have anything that I don't have anything to prove that, but that's what I think at least. I think it's a good question. And then all of this, you all heard it. Just reading. Mr. Franklin, in one word, what do you see around you, where you are right now? I felt like that could have been an answer, but I don't know what it was. Karen, this is a spirit box, absolutely. It's a good question. So many of you are commenting. It's cool. I'm trying to keep up with you all. Remember Hellfire Club. Do you ever get any weird experiences there? Mr. Franklin, did you ever get any weird experiences at the Hellfire Club? Anything that maybe something that's spiritualist or something? Hey, gorgeous. You're talking to me. Just going through more. She's probably sitting right next to him. I'm not going to ask him that. Probably arguing. I'll tell you, I'm getting pressure in my head. Probably in the last couple minutes, I started getting pressure in my head. And then you all are hearing important. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I heard shut up. I really did hear shut up. That's funny. Mr. Franklin, are you able to put anything, like any one word, into this box? You just have to think it. We have a word bank for you.
Why?
It's another scientific experiment. Joshua heard Freemason. He heard astute, which is exactly what I would have expected someone like Benjamin Franklin to use a word like that. Mr. Franklin, you are attributed to a number of quotes that are still in use today. Do you remember any of those quotes? I mean, is that something that you remember? Mr. Franklin, are there any other experiments or inventions that you did not finish? I heard no myself. Anyone else hear something different or even heard that?
For one.
Robin Ryan, I never said that, attributed to Ben Franklin, right? It's like one of those memes where it's like a picture of Ben Franklin saying, don't ever believe anything you hear on the internet, Ben Franklin, you know? So maybe there's one that you wish. Is there one that you wish that you could have finished? One invention that you should have been able to finish? A lot better. A woman said a lot better. Now, Mr. Franklin, we have a bell here. You see this bell? With your energy, or your wife's energy, can you move that bell for us, please? Even just a little bit, just a sway. Is it starting to move? It's starting to move, folks. Look at that. Very little. Look at the R for research on the REM pod. That's how you can tell it's moving. Can you do more? I'm sorry. I appreciate this. Is there more? Is there a little bit more that you can move for us to see, please? It's moving. Tell you? Thank you so very much for moving. Okay, that's pretty cool. That was very kind of you to do that for us. Mr. Franklin, are you happy that we are now allies with the British? Mr. Franklin, did you believe that time travel was possible? And in the afterlife, is time travel possible? Are you able to time travel now? It's moving. Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Look at it. It's going. It's going. I'm just going to put my hand around it. Nope. Whoa, look at that thing go. Holy cow. Thank you so very much. That's incredible. Is it a lot of energy to move that bell? Bruce, was that one of his quotes also? I'm just kidding. Now. We don't want to push it. Well, and isn't Catherine? Isn't that the case?
No.
Isn't that the case? It should have slowed down. It just stopped.
Nature.
Wow. Is it moving again? Okay. Hey there. All right. Let's think here for a second. There was something I was going to ask. Is there anybody else from that you work with on the Revolution that you still talk with in the afterlife? All right, a serious question. Should I go get nachos? Was that a yes? All right, folks, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut her down. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shut this down. Benjamin Franklin, thank you so very much for talking with us tonight. I'm going to shut this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, there we go. Thank you. Mr. Franklin, is this from you? Are you still with us? Can you turn that off, please? If this is Benjamin Franklin, to turn on the flashlight. Can you? Okay, thank you very much. Wow. Okay. Did you enjoy talking with us tonight? if you enjoyed talking with us, because we loved it, could you turn that flashlight back on for us, please? If you, or any of those devices, if you enjoyed our conversation, can you turn the flashlight back on for me, please? I like to think it's um, because he was just happy to do it. And Jill and I are on the same page here, actually. No, this is good. Um, this is good. Benjamin Franklin, thank you so very much for talking with us tonight and making us know that such a great person was willing to spend some time with us. It really means a lot. It's pretty cool. So, um, wow, right? Um, that's pretty cool. And I really thank you all for doing this with me and taking part in it. This has really been a lot of fun, and it gets, I don't know about you all, but it gets kind of not overwhelming, not to try and be weird about it, but it really makes you think. Like, we were getting some really good responses. We were getting some really cool things happening, and it's because we were asking the questions, and we were Benjamin Franklin was giving us answers, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So thank you all for doing that with me. And then once again, before you all leave in mass exodus, if you are interested in supporting my Patreon, that is it right there. Once again, these are the wonderful people who are taking part and who are been very kind to send a little something my way to kind of keep me going every month. I have links in the comments, also have links in the description on the top. Also, if you like to send a love donation, you're more than welcome to do so, a one-off. If you don't want to do either, that's fine as well. I'm happy to have you here regardless. Once again, also in the comments, we do have the McAteer Villa on July 8th that I'm leaving for tomorrow, and then Hotel Josephine on the 9th. Check my pages, check Christie's pages. We have links all over the place. If you could share it out, that would be great as well. Let's see. And there's some really nice comments that I really do appreciate you all very much. Because don't forget, folks, I look at it as that we're doing this together. Thank you, but we are doing this together, aren't we? And everyone who takes part is a part of it. So if you are new here and just want to follow me, you're more than welcome to become my friend. I'm not really into following, and my name is in the corner here, so feel free to send me a friend request. Also, you can like my Facebook page, MN Ghostbox. I'm also on many other networks that you should also support as well if you are so inclined to do so. And as far as anything else, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Like I said, I am not 100% sure. I really don't think I'm going to be on Sunday, but for sure Tuesday. And it's, like I said, it's been a while since we've done one of these, like reaching out to a person from the past. And tonight I thought worked pretty well. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I can tell by the reaction that most of you did. I don't know where he's at. He was by my side before, like when I was setting up. He was sitting right here, and then he went upstairs. So he was probably too lazy to come downstairs. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It's always nice to share him with everybody, but he's not over in the living room at all. So I think he's upstairs waiting for me to go to bed. So, but maybe we'll do nachos instead. So yes, uh, we'll certainly do so. Thank you. And just reading and Thanks, Jeremy. I really do appreciate that. Because there are events that we have attendees coming to, we're not able to do so. But thank you so very much for the offer. That's very kind of you. And no, we haven't tried the Andres box yet because I was off that week. I ended up not going, so we'll have to do it. You didn't miss anything, Jill. So let's see. I keep putting off leaving, and I know you all want to go. So just for those who did protection, this session's over. And any spirits here who have joined and congregated, you're not allowed to communicate with us unless you're a family member or friend. We'll be opening up the session again very soon. Everyone, thank you so very much for taking part tonight. It was a great night. Thank you all for making it happen. I will probably talk to you all probably Tuesday, if not Sunday. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.